Hey everyone, got a little more Pioneer content for you today, a little more blue-white control. This is the deck that I played in yesterday, from my perspective's DGen Patron Open. So that's a tournament where you can play against the other members of DGen Gaming if you are a patron. It was on MTG Melee as well. You could enter for $5. And I think it was the first decent-sized tournament on Melee post Winota Expressive Iteration ban. So it was an interesting event. I hope you like the content that's about to come. I played 7 total matches in this tournament. I'm not going to show them all to you. I'm just going to show the ones that are most interesting. A, because it makes it easier for me to edit the video, and B, because the YouTube algorithm doesn't like the extremely long videos. So I'm going to show you the matches I think were most interesting, and I think the match that highlighted the holes in this deck post banning. So I think that there are changes that need to happen, in particular with respect to how this deck deals with planeswalkers. But if you're interested in the deck tech itself, you can check out the previous video. This deck, I've noticed a lot of people have been coming into the channel since I posted my last Pioneer video. That's great. Welcome. Love to have you here. It's something I want to provide content for. I want to make content for people who watch Pioneer, who watch Moto, and I want to make sure that I have enough content for the rest of the channel for people who don't enjoy that kind of thing. Because truth be told, I don't like watching Moto very much. I don't want to put you guys through it unless it's your thing. So we're definitely not going to stop with the arena content. We're definitely going to keep making Pioneer content as well, though, because the response has been overwhelming. I'd also like to talk to you guys about maybe branching out into other content, other formats as well. In particular, I'd love to get into Modern. Modern is an expensive format, but we do have a sponsor, Card Hoarder, for the DGen Gaming team. They give us a little bit of credit on their site to be able to rent Moto decks. And one of the so that was how I was able to rent this Pioneer deck. It's not enough credit though to rent a Modern deck, but I think we can negotiate with them more for people on an individual basis, as long as they're willing to put in the work to create Moto content. So if you want to see me play Modern decks, if you want me to go through that meta in the same way that I go through Standard, I go through Alchemy, I go through Historic, I go through Explorer, Pioneer. If you want me to give the same treatment to Modern, I would love to. It would make me very happy. There's a Modern tournament coming up that I'd love to play in paper. So if you do want to see me do that, and you do use Moto yourself, I have a Card Hoarder link below. If you use that, it will support the team. And it will help me get an extra credit to be able to rent Moto decks, Modern decks, for you guys to watch. So that is the brief content plan. That is the plea. That's the pitch to you guys. That's the pitch to Card Hoarder themselves. Please let me play Modern. I would love to do it for you guys. And I hope you enjoy this tournament content. I had a lot of fun playing this tournament, although you can tell by the end I was getting pretty tired. But I hope you like it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time. See you. Okay, we are on the play against Old Wolf, who is playing Rakdos Midrange, which I believe is the best deck in the format. I wanted to play it today, but I couldn't find any Graveyard Trespassers in stock on Card Hoarder. And I think the deck really, really, really needs that card. So I think we're going to play the Plains on 1. I don't think there's anything that we can really do. Anything that we would really want to exile on 1, but we might as well. And the opponent is probably going to Thoughtseize us anyway. Yeah, of course they have the full 4 copies of Thoughtseize. Blood Crypt comes down tapped, which is an encouraging thing to see. That means we're going to get to Omen, which is pretty great. We have Memory Deluge, which is one of the best cards in the matchup. We have Teferi, which is one of our win conditions. And it looks like the opponent does not have Thoughtseize. Looks like they have an extremely slow start, in fact. And step. Do I want another land? Probably. Do I want an absorb? Probably. I guess I just want both of these things. Does mean that we don't get to do much with our turn. We get to hold up absorb, I suppose. Is there anything that they want to cast next turn that I would want to absorb? I suppose like Graveyard Trespasser could be annoying. Yeah, we absorb, then we March the following turn, and we get to untap with Teferi on an empty, play Teferi on an empty board. That seems great. Top. And we'll play our island and Sego. What are we doing here? We're getting stomped. I kind of want them to spend their turn casting Bone Crusher Giant. Not gonna lie. So I'm not gonna counter it there. Yep. Wandering Emperor is outstanding as well. I think I want another white source. Sego. And now if they play a Planeswalker, we can flash in the Wandering Emperor instead. Minus and attack it down. What do they have? I don't know what they have. But I want a creature in play to be able to protect my Teferi. Maybe I'm supposed to Deluge there to make sure I hit my land drop, but we're never punished. Am I going to make another token? Am I going to attack? Or do I want to attack for 3? I think I want to make another token. Let's just go to combat and attack. Main phase. We'll do our Wandering Emperor in case they have some like Planeswalker removal in response. And ideally we draw like Veto here. Would be the nut. Sockenson, sure. Another reason to make an extra token. We find farmland. Not sure I want to cycle that or not. We'll say go. And we will yield until opponent's end step. And if we can untap with Teferi, I think we're pretty happy with how this game is going. Graveyard Trespasser. Okay. Another good reason not to have played the Memory Deluge earlier. Blood Chief's Thirst, okay. Are we throwing away a token? Are we throwing away a token to protect the Wandering? To try to kill the Wandering Emperor? It looks like we are. Go to blocks. Yeah, she's dead. I think we're pretty likely to draw another land, so I think I am going to cycle this farmland here. Maybe that's a little greedy. If I can find like a Verdict or something, though, I'll be thrilled. Beautiful. Love it. Okay, that may be a little too much. All right. Plus. Ooh, that's really, really good. Okay. We're not going to bother attacking. Okay, we'll yield until my end step. Just want to make sure I don't skip this. Okay. And now Bob's your uncle. We have, no matter what the opponent does here, we have Absorb ready for it. To activate the Hive, we have March. Fable's real good. Fable's real good, but I think we're not supposed to counter it. I think Portable Hole is supposed to deal with the 2/2, and Absorb is supposed to deal with a Planeswalker out of the opponent. And we just untap here? Yeah, we just untap here. March is pretty good. Veto's outstanding. Portable Hoya. We have 4/7 mana. We can buy Yorion, hold up Absorb, so that is exactly what we're gonna do. Oops. And untap. Why do I'm trying to yield to this every time, but it doesn't seem to work. Like, this is fine. Like, Fable's real good, but I don't think it accomplishes what they needed to accomplish. If they fire up the Hive, we will march it. The question is, what if they do something small? Like that. I think that's fine. Now we just untap and verdict this board, right? Right. I guess, yeah, we haven't cast Memory Deluge yet, so this is fine. Combat, sure. Yeah, just untap, I guess. Plus. Cast Verdict. And we're going to have 3 mana left. Do I want it to be 4? Yes, I do, because I want to be able to cast Memory Deluge if they do nothing. Now it yields. So they've got a Kiki Jiki. We have the answer in hand. Well, it's on 2 cards as well. It's not like they've got a whole lot going on over there. It's out of an abundance of caution that I'm keeping up this counter magic all the time. I don't think they can realistically play around the counter magic, and they've still been playing nothing. So I feel like their hand is just ass. But I don't think there's any reason to give them a chance to come back into the game by taking the shields down. Fire up the Hive. And before combat, we are going to eat it. right. So this one is a real. We're playing against a real deck. So the question is, what does the sideboard guide say to do? And it says to take out 2 Dovin's Vetoes and a Farewell, and bring in a Rest in Peace and 2 Pithing Needles. And I am on board with getting rid of one of the Farewells at least. That makes sense to me. Taking out the Vetoes seems kind of weird, but I guess they are pretty. They are pretty creature based. I don't think I want to cut 2 Vetoes. I think that's too many. And I also don't think Rest in Peace is very good. I could be wrong about that, but I really think Rest in Peace is kind of ass here. They have Croxa, which it hits. I suppose there's Graveyard Trespasser as well. But yeah, that does not seem like where I want to be. I think Needles as well, like, they're not super inspiring, are they? But I guess they're answers to resolved planeswalkers, and I just don't have many of those. So I guess this is what we're doing. Okay. Okay, on the draw this time. Hand's a little slow, but good, I think. But we don't have card draw, and we don't have third lands, so maybe this is supposed to be a mulligan. Like, we are asking a lot of the top of our deck here. Mulliganing against the Thoughtseize deck feels truly terrible. But I think this hand is just a little too bad. I think I will mull this. This is better. We'll keep this and put back one of the Narsets. This is better because we have card draw. So now all we're asking from the top of our deck is a blue source. Now if we get Thoughtseized or Duressed or whatever, then we're sad, but... So we are already significantly behind. Opponent took Wanderer instead of Narset. And we did draw our blue source. I think I'm supposed to play this Deserted Beach, actually. It sucks to show them like the one card that they don't know about already, but I don't want to be forced to play the Hengate Pathway on blue if I don't have to, because it's also my second white for Supreme Verdict. Find Hollowed Fountain. Alright. Probably going to be cycling this Shark for 0. I think I'm supposed to be sharing my screen in the Discord as well. So we'll take 3. Thoughtseize. I think I'm supposed to let this... Am I supposed to let this resolve? I think the answer is no. Like, if I cycle the Shark into a land, then it forces them to take the Narset, and we're in the business of denying our opponent's choices. It does give them a little more information, but I still think this is right. Now they can take Portable Hole, but that's just kind of whatever. Yeah, they take Narset anyway. And now we get to Portable Hole the Harvester. Ooh, okay. Yeah, Kroxa hurts. It's probably supposed to be a land. Yeah, probably. Find March. That's a good answer to Kroxa. So play this on blue. We'll target Harvester. Here we go. We can't escape Kroxa yet. Fable's good. Am I supposed to march away this token? Probably. I can't realistically let them attack with it. And I don't want to cast Supreme Verdict on it. I want to be able to cast a spell if I draw it off the top. No such luck. That is a good card in the matchup, but not ideal. So this is going to let them put 2 cards in the bin, which is not going to be enough to escape Kroxa by itself. I'm just going to auto-yield. It does give away that we don't have anything, but... these games are grindy. They could go to time. Mm-hmm. Gathel Ardenvale's not bad. I don't think we can let it go tonight, realistically, either. I think we just have to cast this and live with the unfortunate reality that we're going to give them Kroxa back. Is that right? They're going to bring Kroxa back. If they do bring Kroxa back next turn, then that means... well, they don't have the land. They've been missing land drops. I think that does mean we're supposed to Supreme Verdict here. But if they draw untapped anything, then they get to bring Kroxa back, and we have like 1 turn to draw an answer. Looks like they don't have it. Another Trespasser, sure. And we draw land. Uh-huh. So I think we are trying to Castle Vantress on their end step to find a goodie. Find a Supreme Verdict or something. It has flipped to night, unfortunately. But luckily they don't want to exile creatures from their own graveyard. Because it's their Kroxa fuel. That's really good. Find Teferi, we find Narset. Those are good, but we don't have a good way to defend Teferi. So it's probably just Narset. So Teferi we'll have to put to the bottom. Narset will go to the top. this. Find Supreme Verdict. Alright. We'll take Supreme Verdict, and now I think I'm going to put Yorion into my hand with the sad intention of discarding it, so I can keep the Supreme Verdict around if they bring back Kroxa. Because they're certainly bringing back Kroxa this turn. Actually, we're just dead on board. They can copy the Graveyard Glutton. No, they don't do it. Gives us a tiny chance. They didn't exile the creatures either. Yeah, so they missed lethal. Which is good. The rest is terrible news. They went face instead of killing Narset, though. So we have a chance to dig for another one. Sure. So we lose Yorion, and we need to find Supreme Verdict this turn. Or Farewell. I'll take a Farewell. And let's exile enchantments. I don't want to exile artifacts and creatures. So you get to keep your blood. Okay, and we're at 2, and the question is, can we stabilize? Maybe I am supposed to just bring in the rest in pieces. Maybe I just underestimated how important their graveyard is to their post-sideboard plan. Ooh, hello. I think we just cycled this in on end step. Sure. And we're just going to cycle this, obviously. We hit a land, which is disappointing. Pithing Needle. All right. I guess I want to keep this in case they draw Kroxa to keep us alive. Yeah. Yep. So that resolves. Definitely feeling big-brained about that one. If they have 2, of course, then it's over. Okay. Not dead yet. We are in tough for sure. Block. I guess we have to hope they have nothing. Because we're not going to be able to create... Oh, we are going to be able to create the token and hold up Absorb at least. We do this during combat because opponent does have a copy of Bloodchief's Thirst in their deck. We don't want to expose the token to that. Of course, if they draw Fatal Push, we're dead. We're not actually dead to that. We do have Absorb. Okay. We go to 5. And now we don't have to block anymore. And instead we can threaten to double block the thing next turn and actually trade. Karox is going to come back soon. The life total might matter. Yeah, let's just do this. That's really good. Okay. We still need to find... We don't actually need to find a blocker. I think we do this now. I should not have tapped like that. Emperor and Veto. Those seem good. We could play the Emperor and avoid going to Knight, but whatever. What are we doing now? Go blank. We can just play the Wandering Emperor and allow that to resolve. They have no cards in hand. I think that's fine. It doesn't mean we lose the Deluge, which sucks. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to counter it just because of that. Grindy game. Let's see. Do they attack or no? Nope. That's real good too. We're just going to do that now. Bottom, top. We'll do this to avoid it flipping to... we'll do this to make it flip today. Yeah, that's going to go to the top. I guess I attack. Oh, I guess I don't attack because I skipped my turn. Sure, whatever. It's actually not an insignificant mistake. And I also didn't activate the Emperor. Yeah, that was a pretty terrible turn, honestly. Sure. So Crocs is coming back. Probably. If Croxa comes back, I think I do just minus. Or I think I do just discard the Wandering Emperor. I think my life total's too important. But we will crack this in response. Bottom. Okay. Okay. There we go. We'll draw that. I am in significant danger of going to time. Yeah. So this will... I don't know, do you attack the Wandering Emperor here, or do you go face? Target's face, okay. It has Menace, we can't block. Go to 2. Okay. So now we need to hold up the castle activation. I feel like I'm in trouble. Like, I think we're on the razor's edge here. They can attack with the land. We will definitely double block, but they can do it anyway to tax our mana. Okay, and we are dead to Fatal Push. Do we get to go to blocks? We do. We'll just cycle that right away. March is great. Okay, go to attacks. Swing with the 1/1. Okay. And now we'll just F6 the turn. But it's going to go to 9. 10, rather. Sorry. Okay. I think we just go for the kill. Honestly, they've shown no ability to deal with our board here. Two-turn clock. Here we go. It's been an absolutely insane game. And we got there. Wow, what a game that was. Holy crap. I felt like we were on the razor's edge for like the last 5 to 10 turns, which is exactly the feeling that control mages are after. So I'm feeling pretty good. Good games to Old Wolf, a member of Nerd Girls community, and one of the patrons of DGen Gaming. We appreciate you very much, and I will see you guys in the next game. Okay, we are on the play in round 4 against Metal Mario, who is on Mono-Red Aggro. Winning the die roll might be the most important thing we do all day. We have March of Otherworldly Light. His deck is more burn-based than creature-based, so I don't think we actually need a whole lot in the way of removal. This, I think, is too good to throw away. Let's just play our Hollowed Fountain tapped and say go. I'm sorry about the camera in the last match. I had camera issues and I didn't notice until the match was over. Okay. Am I gonna exile that Kakazan or not? They don't really have any 2-drops that I'm super scared of. They do have 4 Eidolons of the Great Revel, but this turns into a 2/2 anyway. I think I am down to just hit this now. And I do this on my turn instead of theirs so that they don't get the benefit of the trigger growing their next creature. Looks like they do have the 2-drop. Yeah, the last time we played Metal Mario was when he was on Esper Greasefang, and he had his dead to rights in a total of 7 turns, but he missed crewing his Parhelion because of the Moto interface. So I assume he is out for some revenge. We find Jwari Disruption. That's pretty good, honestly. Okay. Play with fire. I think that's fine. I would rather counter like a 3-drop or something, like a Chandra, because we don't have good answers to Chandra in our deck, and he's running 3. Light up the stage is a good one. Yeah, that's really good, honestly. He did play his land pre-combat, though, so at least he's going to drop that land, maybe? No, he won't. Okay. We're in some trouble. This farewell is going to take an eternity. We're probably supposed to be cycling this farmland. I guess if that's the plan, we should do it now in case we hit like March or something. We hit Memory Deluge. Okay. We are at 15. He doesn't have a whole lot of pressure on the board yet. There is like some hope But if he's able to resolve a Chandra, then I think we're kind of in it. Like, in crap, that is. Mm-hmm. Sure. Shark Typhoon's a pretty good draw. I think we cycle that into Ambush and then cast Farewell the next turn. Or player casts a spell with mana value 3 or less. So we can play Teferi and plus him, but he will die, so that seems bad. I really think I want to be able to cast Farewell next turn. I think that's vitally important. So I think we just play this tapped, and we're going to say go. Okay. It's going to play another Kazakhstan. That's fine. Trigger. If he had Chandra, he probably would have played it by now. So I think I am just willing to cast Shark Typhoon for the full amount. And anything else, I want him to commit to the board. Sure. We did hit the untapped land. Den is terrifying. Den is disaster, actually. Yeah, Den is really bad news. But we're not, like, technically dead, but we're pretty dead. So we are dead, more or less, to a land. We are dead to non-lands. I have the Ramanap runes in play as well, so it's going to take something really special. I don't think there's anything that does it. I suppose Wandering Emperor does it. Kind of. Shark Typhoon ain't it. If I counter my own spell, puts me up to 4 and we're dead on board. So I think we're Shark Typhooning for 1. We have to find some way to gain life or we're just dead to the Ramanap runes trigger. Yeah, we'll just say go, but he knows that there's nothing we can do about this. Yeah. That's just going to activate the Ramanap runes and we're going to die. So that's tough, but I don't think there's anything we could realistically do. So we go to sideboard. Not a whole lot to bring in here. Obviously, we're going to bring in the Sunset Revelries. And I'm not sure what to take out. Sideboard says to bring in the Pithing Needles. I guess is fair, because it deals with Chandra, deals with Roiling Vortex, deals with the Manland, so I guess that's fine. The vetoes do seem poor, and the farewells are ungodly slow, as we saw. So I think this is fine. I think I agree with this sideboard plan. We'll just do better this time. Okay. On the play one more time. We find Portable Hole, we find Jwari Disruption. I think that's fine. I think we can keep this. And I think we're going to cast Jwari Disruption on whatever they play, and then Portable Hole the following turn. Yeah, I think so. It sucks if they play another 1-drop, but even in that case, we have Supreme Verdict to clean up the board. Alright. My turn. So I think now we just Portable Hole the one that's about to flip and hold up Jwari Disruption one more time. We actually don't have the double white to be able to cast Supreme Verdict yet. That's kind of scary. Play with fire. We countering that? I think the answer is no. I think, again, we need to be afraid of Chandra. We're just kind of dying here, which sucks. We would love for them to play into the Jwari Disruption. Okay. So what does this mean? This means Stomp. So the next turn is probably Bone Crusher plus Flip Kakazan. And then we can Supreme Verdict and hopefully to Teferi the following turn. What's the alternative? We can just hold up Memory Deluge. And Memory Deluge is pretty likely to find us the untapped white source we need. It also holds up Jwari Disruption as well in an emergency. This is tough. I think it's Memory Deluge. Okay, they had nothing. So if this is like light up the stage, we'll be sad. Skewer the critics. Okay. That's a lot. He has 4 cards left in hand. This did not hit white. So we have an uncastable Wandering Emperor we can take. Jeez. I think it does have to be Wandering Emperor, and the question is, do we take Omen or do we take Deluge? It's probably Omen. We drew white, but it's painful white. So it's either, like, I think we do have to shock in. The question is it going to be Teferi or is it going to be Wandering Emperor? Teferi lets us cast Omen. It does take us down to 9. I think it's Teferi. I hate it, like we could just be dead. But we could also minus on this thing. That doesn't seem super appealing. I think we just need to take some risks. Fry. Yeah, okay. We did find Absorb. It's probably too little too late. I think we're probably dead. We're going to do our best, but I think we're probably dead. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Do you have me or not? Yeah. This goes to the bottom. This to the top. Okay. Okay, we gained some very important life. And we have Absorb available. I guess. I'm definitely very scared. But the opponent is on 1 card in hand, so maybe we can find a way out of this. We are definitely double blocking. I assume there's like a burn spell here that kills one of these. No? Okay. Okay. So we have 7 mana, which is going to be enough to Wandering Emperor plus Absorb. I don't think we buy Yorion. He could have Hazoret as well. That's in the sideboard. All right. I don't think we have time to buy Yorion. Crack in the ruins, I assume. Yep. Down to 3. And hopefully he just doesn't have 2 burn spells. Okay, that will resolve. Okay, white, white, blue, blue. We need the life from the Emperor ability. Glad that resolves. End step, we are not tapping out. Pithing Needle is good. Now I think it's the time to buy Yorion. Yeah. And I think this is the time to play the Jwari Disruption tapped. Yeah, I think so. Okay, we'll have to make a pretty tough call about whether to cycle the farmland on their end step or not. I think the answer is we won't, honestly. I should have plus the Wandering Emperor. Ooh, that could cost me the match. Because it means that I won't be able to make a Samurai next turn. I've also burned a ton of time trying to find, like, the only lines through these. I've definitely been slow. Spikefield Hazard as a spell on the Emperor. Okay, that's fine. We're not cycling. Memory Deluge is really good. We have 2, 4, 8 mana available, which is enough to Yorion and hold up Absorb. Let's do it. We're going to exile Omen and nothing else. Omen resolves. I think this is a bottom-bottom situation. And we drew another one? Okay, I think we just hit 3 portable holes straight off the top. Azaret? No. Okay. Untap with another Absorb, that's outstanding. We're going to attack. We got to get this game over. And we're just going to cast the Memory Deluge here. Shark and Absorb, thank you very much. Here we go. We have 5 mana available. I'm just going to cycle the Shark for X equals 3. Just want to get this game over with. It does materially affect the clock. We drew another Shark Typhoon, okay. Combat. Now I think is the time to play Pithing Needle on Chandra, because I think it's their only way out. And just say go with double Absorb up. That's fine. We have 7 damage in play, so if we do this for X equals... 3, that should be enough. And this holds up absorb. Combat. Sweet. Okay. Scary. We have 11 minutes on the clock, which should be more than enough if we play quickly. Okay, this time we are on the draw against Mono-Red, so we are in some amount of trouble just right off the bat. Opponent kept. There's a lot of land with no removal or early plays. I think we mull this. I think we can do better. This is much better. We'll keep this. And I think the play is to put back a land. Soulscar Mage, sure. Now the question is, do we shock in this Hallowed Fountain to kill the Soulscar Mage? I think now that we've drawn the March, the answer is no. How bad do I want to cast this Omen on curve? Pretty bad. But it's super likely that they just have something else that I want to portable hole, or something else I want to remove next turn. But let's just do this. I think this is where we need the velocity more than we need the extra 2 life. This is like a really tough judgment call, and I'm not sure it's right, but I think it is. Because I would love my next turn to just be hold up veto, and on their end step cast Omen instead if they don't do anything. I would love it if they just jam Chandra here. Light up the stage for full value. No. They do have double den. Find portable hole. I think we're getting this Hallowed Fountain down tapped and saying go. I don't think there's anything we ever want to march, because anything we could march, we would just be able to portable hole. And march is an important tool against den. I'm guessing there's Fry in our opponent's hand. It's kind of what they've been telling us. I think this goes to the bottom. I think Narset goes to the top. Wandering Emperor is very good. Opponent is screaming that they have Fry. I think the play here is just portable hole the Soulscar Mage and say go. We could play Narset. We could also buy Yorion, I guess. We play Narset, what do? They can animate Den, attack with it. Otherwise, like, if they just jam Chandra or, like, Hazoret, we're pretty upset. Okay. We'll play play Narset here. I'll take a Sunset Revelry. Yes, please. Sure. They scry to the bottom. This also means that, oh wow. This means that they're not animating Den this turn, which is pretty great. That's a hell of a turn. Okay, we're down to 13. We found Shark Typhoon. Sunset Revelry is just gain 4 life, which isn't like terrible or anything. They have one card in hand. Their most likely play next turn is just animate 10. Okay. I think that means I'm just supposed to cycle here and try to hit my land drop. Okay. And yeah, now that we did hit our land drop, I'm more than happy to just play Sunset Revelry as a gain 4 life. Okay, hopefully they animate Den here. They don't. Wow. What a draw. Their hand's just insane. Yeah. They are empty-handed, though. We find land, which does let us flash in Wandering Emperor and hold up March. So we're happy with that, I think. Yeah. Right. The other play is like buy Yori and hold up March. And that'll guarantee us the ability to flicker Wandering Emperor. I actually think I like that. We're firing up the March. Okay. Untap. Omen is very, very good. I think we're just going to do it now. Try to hit our land. Deluge is outstanding as well. I think Deluge goes to the top and Glacial Fortress goes to the top. We draw our land, we play it. We can cast Yorion, which stuffs the Den of the Bugbear pretty well. But I think I want a Wandering Emperor and flicker it with Yorion. So we'll just say go. Are getting kind of low on the clock. Opponent is on 2 cards in hand, so I guess like Fry is a pretty likely card. No, it would have had to come in the last 2 draw steps. I think Chandra is the thing that we're most scared of. Stomp. All right. Okay. Now we can just cast Wandering Emperor here. Okay, and just go to our turn.
Memory Deluge, which we already knew about. Let's make another 2/2. Orion. The Orion resolves. Exile these things. I need to stop on my end step. No attacks. Okay. We're at the point where I'm basically going to shut up. Because I am too low on the clock. We did find the march to hit the den, which is pretty relevant. That's fine. Okay, so Orion's gonna die, it looks like. Another spike field hazard. Yeah. Go for it. I am very nervous. Okay, now I feel pretty good. Okay. Combat. Does main face the deluge? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. When it's at 7. That was bad tap. Bottom, bottom. Draw Wandering Emperor, that's pretty great. And we have Absorb. We have 8 power in play. I think we've got him. And that's gonna do it. Don't think there's any outs from here. Yeah, that's fine. We're just gonna keep this Wandering Emperor as a combat trick, because that's what's gonna push through lethal. Combat. Attack with everything. Close game. So we'll just pump one of the unblocked 2/2s and that'll be lethal. We'll keep the one we just cast, please. And we got there. Cool. I assume. He's tapped out, so... Nice. Cool. Good game, opponent. And that was a Heartstopper. All right, on to the next one. Okay, notwithstanding some bad play, we still made top 8. We are 5th against the 4th seed, so opponent got to choose whether to play or draw in this match, and they chose to play. They are on 4-color humans, which I think is probably a bad matchup for us. Yeah, any deck that runs main deck Thalia is probably a bad matchup for us, but the hand's pretty good. We'll keep this. Portable Hull's a decent answer to Thalia. Yeah, let's just get our Deserted Beach down in that case and say go. Mana Confluence. Thalia indeed. Okay, let's just get Thalia out of here, I think. Oops, that doesn't come in untapped. Huh. Okay. That's not great. That's a pretty bad punt. I thought this was a Hollowed Fountain. It wasn't. That might just lose us the game. What does that do? Okay. What is... That's pretty good. Yeah, this is just disaster. We need to Portable Hull Thalia so that we have Supreme Verdict available. Hopefully they don't have 2. They only run 3 in the main. Don't have another? Of course you have another. Okay. At least we have Absorb. Opponent does not have any collected company. Alright, so we're at 12. Absorb, and we'll have Supreme Verdict next turn. So hopefully everything's okay. I do think we want to absorb something, probably. Three, 5, 7, 8 damage. Down to 4. Okay. That's fine. That's just going to get eaten up by the verdict. Don't think I can say no to another Supreme Verdict. But I think I will put a land to the bottom. Okay. Play this on white, I think. Alright. We're in this. We have another Supreme Verdict if they can rebuild. Okay, that's just a 3/3. Targeting Charming Prince. Okay. We find Castle Ardenvale. I think the plan is just absorb whatever they do. Gain 3 life. They're going to play the Charming Prince, flicker this, get something else back from their graveyard. I guess that just means I'm supposed to fare well here. They don't have any man lands? Okay. Yeah, I think that's what we're supposed to do. Is it? Charming Prince, counter, take 3. Gain 3, we're at 4. We're in the same spot next turn. Okay. Exile creatures and graveyards, I think. This lets them draw off the clue, but then we have Supreme Verdict. This sucks. Alright, we'll play Narset. Actually, we don't have enough blue to Narset. We need 3 blue to Narset plus hold up absorb. So I guess that makes the decision for us. Yeah, creatures and graveyards. Okay. Go for it. Opponent is at 9. Like... Lieutenant? Okay. So hopefully we draw on tap land, then we can Narset plus Supreme Verdict. That's tapped land. Okay. I think we have to Supreme Verdict again. We're just too low on life. Opponent's on one card in hand, but they do have a clue. Maybe I'm supposed to portable hole that clue. And then I can, if I draw land, I can buy Yorion, play Yorion, flicker the portable hole and the Omen. I think I like it, actually. Mm-hmm. Land? Untap land? Shark. Okay, then we're just going to cycle a big shark on end step, I think. Actually, it doesn't even need to be a big shark. We can hold up Absorb if we want to. But actually, they might take damage here, and we might just be able to kill them with the shark. They go to 6. Should keep my Yori in there so I don't forget I have it. Do we counter this or not? I think the answer is not. I actually don't know what Outlast does, though. I have to look up what Outlast does. It's a keyword. Grants a +1/+1 counter. Okay. I think we counter that. If we draw untapped land, then the shark is bigger next turn. Also, just, I think, okay cycling the shark to block this 1/1 if they attack with it. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just cycle on the shark. Find Absorb, okay. Find Teferi. Teferi's pretty good. Plus. And say go. Do I attack with the shark? No. So they can sacrifice the pyre and get back Donald's bodyguard. We're just gonna counter that, I think. I just want to use my mana. Fire activates. Fetches. What? Charming Prince, sure. But now we have the Yori in play next turn. Found Omen. We're not fucking around. Teferi plus. Find another Teferi, sure. How much mana do we have? We have 8. Good. Trigger resolves. Flicker Omen Portable Hole. And that's it. Okay, combat. Shark gets in. End step. Doesn't matter. Nice. Okay, cool. Courteous of the opponent to concede there. We get to sideboard. Feel like we want the Sunset Revelries. The Rest in Pieces are like interesting. We saw like up. We see the opponent has Extraction Specialist. We see they have the 4-drop that brings stuff back from the graveyard, whatever that was called. I think Restoration Gearsmith is the one. Yeah. So maybe Rest in Peace is okay. Veto seems... They do have 3 collected companies in the sideboard, so like Veto is better in game 2 than it is in game 1. But I think it's just worse than Revelry, and I'll bring in 1 Rest in Peace. Can also bring in Pithing Needle to deal with the Pyre of Heroes. But we also have March to deal with that. We have Farewell to deal with that. I think this is fine. Yorian's our companion. We have Supreme Verdict. With Supreme Verdict and Jwari Disruption, I think that means we keep. I'll try to play better this time. Sure. My turn. Farmlands. Go ahead. Sure. Okay. What? Oh, for God's sake, come on. I skipped my turn? Great. Great. Accidentally F6 through my turn. Outstanding. Outstanding. All right. We're taking 2, 4, 5. I guess this isn't over, but it, like, ought to be. Now they have Coco. So we're down to 9. They cast Coco here. We Jwari Disrupt it, we untap, we Supreme Verdict. That's the plan? No? So now we Wrath, they Coco on our end step, and we lose. Can also Wandering Emperor, I guess. That puts us up to 6. But if they Coco on our end step, it's probably not going to be enough. Especially if they hit Thalia. So I think we just have to do this and hope they don't have it. But there's like no play they make here with 4 cards in hand that doesn't involve them playing Coco here. So we just lose. And the shitty thing is, like, if it did end up coming down to like that skipped turn, if they have it, and of course they do. So we need them to whiff. That is 4 damage. Yeah. Great. That was fun. Alright, game 3. I have badly misplayed in game 1 and game 2. This feels terrible, and I'm not playing well. It'll suck if I lose this match because of that. To keep. Let's just be very, very careful. Are we portable holding this Raven Inspector? No. I want that to deal with Athalia. Go for it. Supreme Verdict will clean up that Raven Inspector. Catilda. Okay. I think that's just one we put in the hole. Maybe? Let's see what we draw. I think we do put it in the hole. Because I don't want them to, I don't want them to just be able to play a creature and hold up Coco. We found Farewell. How did we end up in my second main phase? Whatever. Okay. Do we verdict this board? I think the answer is yes. I want them to have to commit more to the board into this Farewell. We also have a March available. Okay. Land enters a battlefield under your control. Investigate. Okay. That's pretty good, honestly. It's very... Wait, Teferi plus, we have March to kill the Experiment 1. Alternative. Like, it feels pretty likely they have Coco, right? Alright, I'm gonna Teferi plus. Hopefully we can draw something good. Good minus on the Tireless Tracker. Then Teferi dies to the Experiment 1, they hold up Coco. That's not bad. And if they crack the clue to pump the tracker to kill Teferi, then that means we're not getting Coco'd. Okay. Both of them are going at Teferi. You can crack a clue. So it'll go to a 4/4. Teferi will live. Now we get to Teferi and Farewell. So we'll have a Teferi on an empty board. We hit another Teferi. Oh, no, we don't. We hit a Hollowed Fountain. Okay. This comes in untapped, right? Yeah, we have a Hollowed Fountain in play. Great. We have Dwari Disruption if they Coco. Guess Teferi will untap the land. Great. I don't want to exile artifacts because I don't want to give them the Catilda back, right? No, exile artifacts happens and then the creatures get exiled. I believe that's how it works. I don't want them to have this clue. Exile creatures, artifacts, graveyards. Sure, enchantments, why not? That also hits Catilda. I'm pretty sure that's how this works. That's fine. Yep. Land. Okay. Yeah, so they play around Dwari Disruption correctly. That'll resolve. I will try to find another board wipe. What does this do? Alright. Sure. I'm being very careful just because I've been hosed by the UI. And by that I mean it's my fault, but I'm still pissed. Alright. Well, I guess that means the plan is going to be... Tap 5. We'll have 4 on tap. I think the plan is just going to be to block with the Hall. You can also block with the castle, hold up Torii Disruption. That doesn't seem super relevant. Realm Walker's a good one. We attacking? Nope. I think I just want to find a board wipe. Would I rather do that, or would I rather make a 1-1? I think I'd rather find a board wipe. Oh, those are both real good. Yeah, top. Okay, it's very plus. Okay, and I will just untap. And here we go. Hopefully they attack with the Realm Walker. We get to flash in the Emperor. But they probably won't attack into the Hall, is my guess. Well, it's flooding quite a bit at this point. No attacks. Tap. Plus. Okay. Pretty good hit. Yeah, I think that Supreme Verdict was hasty. Should not have done that. I am in time pressure. I'm making mistakes. It's a lot of beef. Everything attacking the Emperor. You got it, she's dead. That is an awful lot of land. It's an awful, awful lot of land. Yep. Yeah, that resolves. Teferi, 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 Teferi. Everything's attacking Teferi. I don't think we can keep Teferi alive, so I guess this is fine. We can keep Teferi alive, actually. If we make the token. I think we scry. I want to find a board wipe. Bottom. Bottom. Okay, Teferi's dead. March. Alright, let's just keep going. Might absorb. All right. All right. We also need to kill the opponent, which is pretty tough. Everything is at me. Nice. If their last card is Coco, then you got me, I guess. Okay. Looks like no Coco. Oh my god. What a game. Jesus. Wow, I played terribly. Amazing. Okay, top 4. Let's keep going.